What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I want to talk about Brody Smith not playing in any more big tournaments for the foreseeable future and why I think this is a good thing moving forward. But I also don't think it's a bad thing that he did what he did. So Brody sort of just jumped on the pro tour. He did one league day just to get a high enough rating, just to be able to rush into, jumping in the pro tour and just to see how he would do. And he put in a lot of hard work, and he really didn't do that bad. Like a lot of just, random first time amateur players, whether they play Ultimate or not, is going to show up to these pro tour events and they're probably either not going to finish or finish like outside of 100th place. Like they're going to be in triple digit placing. And Brody usually found himself, somewhere in the middle. Sometimes he did a little bit worse, but, all in all, he did pretty well, and he put together a pretty respectable rating for a new player as well. Now, Brody won't be playing in any more big events moving forward. So what I think this means for, him and Paul and Foundation Disc Golf, I think this means Brody's going to move back to Texas. I think he's going to play in a bunch of local C tiers. I think he's going to do a lot of practicing. I think he's going to learn how to get in the hunt for the win. I think he's going to show up to, local C tier, play an MPO, find himself, on that lead card. And, we'll get to see Brody play against players, more closer to his caliber. Again, Texas is really competitive for disc golf, so he's not going to have a hard time finding good competition, but it's going to be a heck of a lot closer to him winning than we've seen thus far. I think it's a good thing that Brody did, again, get out here to see how good the pros are. And now he knows exactly what he needs to work on, and he knows exactly what needs to be done for him to be competitive. And it's, he's already worked really hard, and he's going to have to continue to work even harder to get to that next level. And he got better really fast in the beginning, just like we all do. And then it just seemed like he stopped getting better. And as one thing got better, other things got worse. And it seemed like his forehand was flying well, his backhand wasn't right, or his putting wasn't right, or vice versa. And to really play at this level, you need all three dialed in, like your backhand, your forehand, and your putting. So I know a lot of you guys don't have Twitter, so we're going to jump on Twitter here. We're going to listen to Brody and see what he had to say about it.
I'll go into a little more detail on why I'm not playing any more big tournaments the rest of the year, but I'll do that on YouTube. But I thought I'd do a quick video real quick because some people I think are confused with the decision. So the last 3 tournaments, I would say, Deglow, Idlewild, and then especially Ledgestone, they've all been really, really grinding rounds for me. I just haven't played well in any of those rounds, and it's really, really frustrating. The best kind of, I guess, comparison would be kind of the idea or metaphor would be like I'm basically showing up to a gunfight with a knife. I'm not showing up with all the skills and consistency that I need. And so continuing to basically play in tournament after tournament, I'm not really actually getting that much better. Yeah, I'm getting tournament experience. Yes, that does matter. But the biggest thing for me right now is consistency and having confidence when I'm on the tee or in the fairway on my next shot. And I do not have that right now because I don't have the reps. So until I can do it out in the field over and over and over again, and then in my practice rounds over and over and over again, it's just going to be a grind at tournaments. So that's why I'm holding off. I feel like being at home, being able to get hours and hours of work in every day, being able to eat right, train, and do all those things, that's going to get me into a much better spot faster than continuing to be on tour and just trying to figure out how to play these courses and really just kind of grinding out these frustrating rounds. So
yeah, so I definitely think it was a bad time for Brody to get sick as well. I think if he hadn't gotten sick, maybe things would have looked a little bit better for Brody. We won't know that for sure. I'm certain that not getting sick would have helped a lot as far as his energy and his mental state, and he's probably still got that mental fog, and he seems to be out practicing, and seems like if you want to chat with him or get a hold of him, seems like tweeting at him is a good way to get a hold of him. A lot of people tweet at him, and he's sort of raises some disc golf discussion for people to chat about, and yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, I'd never really gone on Brody's Twitter before, but I literally just made this Twitter, and I'll never post anything on here, so no need to follow me. But we'll jump on here, we'll have a quick look. You can still see even these ones that fly nice are still, they come out a little bit air bouncy and nose up. That like, you can just see the way that we just like, have a quick look here. This is one of Brodie's biggest weaknesses. And even the ones that fly good enough for him to want to post it on his Twitter, you can, oh, that was okay. You can see the way that they hit the air. That's showing that his disc is nose up. If the disc hits the air and air bounces like that, the nose has to be up for the air to get under the disc for it to fly like that. So that's one of Brodie's biggest issues, and it's making his forehand impossible to be consistent with his fairway drivers and his distance drivers. So he obviously knows that. He's working on it. I mean, he went home and that's the first thing that he's working on. But again, this is going to be really good news to a lot of people and a lot of bad news to a lot of people. For me, I like seeing Brodie playing in the Pro Tour events, and I think there's some, novelty value in it, and I think it's exciting. And I've been watching Brodie for a really long time, even way back in Ultimate Frisbee days. And I like seeing Brodie out there, but I would like to see him be able to perform at a higher level. I'm sure he wants to see that for himself as well. And then a lot of people don't like Brodie and they find him annoying and they think he's too loud and, all these other things that people say about him. So I think it's going to be split 50-50 and, the Pro Tour will go on without him. And the disc golf got that massive boost from him. And, I think he's going to take a step back and just focus on his game and focus on foundation. And then, he'll make a triumphant return when he feels like he's ready and he'll jump into a big tournament. And I think he's going to be a different player than when he left. But thank you for watching. If you want to become a patron, click the link in the description below. If you want to check out some Iceberg TV merch, the link is down there as well. Thank you for watching. This is Iceberg TV, and take care.